After my rebirth, I swore to cut all ties with Dominic Valentino, the ruthless heir to the mafia family. He once let his golden retriever take my seat at his party and declared I wasn't even worthy to touch dog food. After that, I never dared approach the main table again. He complained my voice annoyed him during his business, so I stayed silent whenever I was near him. He sneered that I smelled foul, so I packed my things and returned to my shabby slum apartment, never stepping onto his property again. In the end, he claimed my very presence would ruin his planned marriage alliance with Lady Alara Marquez of the Marquez family. I simply nodded, then accepted another man's proposal without hesitation. Every choice I made this time was the exact opposite of my past life. In my previous life, after marrying him, Alara Marquez was said to have been killed in a shootout. Dominic blamed me for her death, locked me in the basement, and subjected me to cruel treatment before finally discarding my body into the sea. Later, when he spotted me with another man, he confronted me, his eyes bloodshot with rage. "Lila Carter, you've had enough of this little game. Come back to me, and I'll act as if none of this ever happened." Dominic Valentino gestured toward his golden retriever beside the head seat and issued a cold command. "The dog takes that spot. You can stand." I stared at the dog comfortably occupying the dining chair, meant for me, and I almost cried tears of relief. I had been reborn. I was back to the day Dominic publicly humiliated me in front of all his guests. Everyone knew I was the unwanted orphan the Valentino family had taken in from the slums. My father had died taking a bullet for Don Salvatore, Dominic's grandfather, and that debt had tied me to Dominic ever since. There was a vintage neon sign of a Coca-Cola bottle hanging on the wall of the villa's dining room, a little touch of American pop culture that felt out of place in the old mafia mansion. Dominic was the sole heir of the powerful Valentino family, a figure who controlled both legal and underground circles. To him, I was nothing but a blemish on his perfect reputation. His cousin mocked me, saying Dominic was already being lenient by only making me stand, and that I should be eating from a dog bowl instead. Laughter erupted around the room, with servants and underlings all watching my humiliation. In my past life, I'd stood frozen, enduring every insult until the banquet ended, eventually collapsing from hunger and stomach pain. Word reached Don Salvatore, who was recovering abroad, and he ordered me to marry Dominic. On our wedding day, Alara Marquez, the woman Dominic loved, was reported killed in a shootout. Dominic and his men blamed me, accusing me of leaking information that led to her death. He locked me in the basement and subjected me to harsh torment to force a confession. I begged him to end my life, but he refused, vowing to make me suffer until my last breath. I endured 3 years of agony before my body was thrown into the ocean. The cruelest part was that as my life slipped away, I saw Alara appear alive and well, having become the new leader of the Marquez family. They put on a grand, tragic love story for the public, while I was nothing more than a disposable sacrifice. Given a second chance, I was determined to live for myself and stay far away from Dominic. Amid the mocking laughter, I turned and walked upstairs to the tiny attic room I'd been assigned, even smaller than a servant's quarters, and took off the ill-fitting dress I'd been given. Everyone had called me Dominic's most loyal follower. When he complained my voice disturbed his work on the family's business accounts, I stayed completely silent, working through nights to organize the messy records for him. He'd promised to grant a wish to whoever fixed the problem. In my past life, I handed him the completed accounts and asked him to spend my birthday with me. Instead, he gave my work to Alara to impress Don Salvatore, then took her on a luxurious vacation while sending me to clean up a dangerous scene